Hello everybody! Today for Sunday Fun Day, we're going to see how I draw a Rat King. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, ooh, a little high, because what I wanted to do, no, we'll do it that way. All right. Okay, look, I got ideas, and I know what I want to do, I just got to get us there. Thing is, sometimes these ideas are a little crazy. Okay, maybe not crazy, but different. And, okay, also, do you know what a Rat King is? Don't look it up. This is a king who happens to be a rat, right? Got it. Okay, awesome. Now, I'll just tell you what a Rat King really is. It's when a bunch of rats get their tail tied up because they're just all running around and whatnot, and it becomes just like this weird mess of rats. Now, it's sometimes they die from that. It's not a very positive thing, and that's why I'm saying don't look it up. You're going to see a bunch of dead rats and stuff like that. So, but that's not what this is. We are doing an actual rat who happens to be king, and he is festooned with garbage like that. That's what his kingdom, I guess, is full of. So yeah, that's what he's got. Little old Mickey here. I'm just kidding. No, don't say that. No, I don't want to get sued. This is just this is not a mouse. This is a rat. It's a Rat King. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. And that's the origin of a Rat King. It's kind of gross. It's more of a fun play on words for us, is what it is. So anyway, because I've got him, festooned with garbage and string and stuff like that, I'm gonna give him a crown, not a crown, a scepter. That's a giant fork, is what I'm gonna do. And his other hand is just kind of holding on to his robe here. And I'm going to tie a bunch of rubber bands and all kinds of crazy stuff on. Okay, not all kinds of crazy stuff, just a few fun little things just to make him like, king of the garbage. And it's unfortunate. Some people have rats for pets, and that's not the unfortunate part. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It's unfortunate that sometimes rats get a bad rap because, they're associated with filth and sewers and gross and stuff like that. But a lot of people have them as pets, I mean, it's not my thing, but it's theirs, and, that's what some people like. So if you have one, I don't mean to, talk trash about your rat, but I'm just trying to say that, sometimes people think, not the best things about rats. So that's why I kind of wanted to give him his old little rat comeuppance, happiness, achievements. I don't know what word I'm actually looking for here. Alright, this one's going to be hanging open like that. Okay, so let's see, and we'll give him like a little, almost like a not a dress, but a I love my my drapes and my cloth. So we're gonna give him a little cloth, little robe type kind of dress thing. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's go up and draw a fork real fast. Let's see, he's just going to be holding on like this. maybe we'll decorate it with a little bit of what do you call it? Again, garbage. I mean, I can't think of a better word because that's really all it is. It's garbage. Drawing garbage. And so there you go. See, you know what? Maybe I'm helping and giving them a bad rap because, you know, again, not all rats are associated with garbage. King Rat is here though. He very much likes his garbage. I can't think of a better word. But hey, you know what? I'm not a speaker. I'm an artist. We'll leave that for somebody else. Alright, there we go. I think I'm good with that. I'm going to erase some of these sketch lines real fast, and then we can get going with the Sharpies. And, but the sketch worked out pretty well that I don't need to erase too much. I just need to make sure that the pencil lines don't stand out over the Sharpie. But the sketch lines worked out so well that I don't have to erase too much. Okay, so there we go. I think that's good. I say we welcome everybody that skipped. Get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the sharp portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than a fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines and left just a faint copy of the confidence lines, and that's what we're going to build off of. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line widths much better, and I'm going to start off with the eyes and build my way out. He's holding a fork, and he's festooned with rubber bands and garbage that he's found, you know, but hey, he's the Rat King, so he's adorned and festooned with this treasure. Okay, so I'm going to draw the bottom of his eye here, do the other one over here just to see if I've got him about in the right spot. Looks good to me. So let's just go ahead and draw the inside like that. And it's kind of like a normal eye, but since we're looking at him from the front, you're going to see the round part here. Okay, and it's going to be all colored in black, but I'm going to want to do that with color. I don't want to do that with the Sharpie. Okay, and so I'm going to come down here to his nose, and I'm going to draw just like a little something like this. And again, I'll add extra highlights with color, but I just kind of wanted to give him a little bit of the nose like that. Okay, again, I want to do more, but I don't want to make it stand out too much because color should really be making it stand out, not my Sharpie. Because one thing I've always talked about is Sharpies always scream at you. They're not subtle. They'll say, hey, we're here to party. We're here to draw. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to draw just a little bit of facial lines like that just to give him a shape. Again, this is going to be fur. That's going to take care of a lot of it, but I just want to give him a little bit of a shape. All right, so let's. I'm going to move on to the other Sharpie now, because that's all I wanted was highlights. All right, so for his face, fur is fur, we go and draw that fur. So I'm gonna kind of do little jagged little things like that just to simulate that it's fur. So something like that, okay? So see how I kind of went in? I went in this way, then went out the other way. That way I can kind of control the direction and the flow of the fur. And see how it's not the same? I'm just kind of mixing it up because it's fur and it's never going to be the same. It's going to be a little different, you know? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw his ears. Like that. Do the other one like this, and they're a little different. You know, I know that. I did that on purpose. And I'm going to give him a crown. Let me come back with this Sharpie and add like some fur on the inside of his ear. Like that. Just to mix it up, you know? There we go. Oh, you know what else I want to do? Let me do this. We're going to do like a little bit of a inside of the ear like that. Same thing. Like this. That way we're giving it depth, you know? Alright, so for a little crown, let's do just a little something like this. We're just going to make it up. We're going to give him an edge like that. And again, it's made out of garbage, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It could be half paper, half... Ooh, let's do that. Let's do this. Okay, watch this. Here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to draw the center like this. It's going to start to come up. And watch this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it a paper clip is what we're going to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw like a paper clip. We're going to come around. And it doesn't have to be perfect because remember, it's garbage. So I'm going to come in like this. Come back around. To draw the other side. And I'm trying to make it parallel. But if it doesn't come out, that's okay. No big deal. And then we're gonna say it's on the inside here where it's attached. We're gonna say there's some string holding it together, and we'll just add some more string. Just say there's garbage. You know, it's just a paper clip. It's whatever they felt should adorn their king. Oh, great and mighty king, thank you for this garbage we are about to eat that you have placed on our garbage plates. Oh, yay, mighty king. Alright. So there's his crown. We'll go ahead and close that off. Give him some fur hair. Like that. Okay? Well, here, we'll go ahead and do something like that, too. Alright, here we go. So, let's do this. Let's say there's, for his jacket, for his robe, we're going to do like cotton. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this. I want it nice and fluffy and thin. So I'm just kind of making it up with a bunch of little thin lines just to show that it's fluffy. And look, see how we did that? We're going to add just a little extra on the outsides just to break it up, you know, just to say it's not one continuous line, because we could do one line, but it looks like one line. We want to break it up a little, like there's levels, you know, there's more to it than just the one line that we drew. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. Just kind of mix it up. A little bit of cottony look. You know, and that's the nice thing is we're making this up. You know, this is how we draw. I always say this is how I draw. Well, this is how you draw. Let's just mix it up like this and do some kind of cotton look, you know, nice wispy look. All right, so now I'm gonna have his robe, and he's holding on to it. I'm gonna say that it's coming down this way like this, and his little hand is holding on to it. He's gonna grasp it with a little claw like this. So you can see one finger like that, and then the other, and that's it. That's all you can see. Okay? We'll do some stress lines for those knuckles right there, just to kind of show that, yeah, he's holding on to it with his little paw. Alright, okay, so now that we know where that is, I'm going to draw it back here. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to draw the edge. We'll give him like a little cuff like that, like another little, what do you call it? What do we say this was? Cotton ball, a little cotton ball cuff. Okay? There we go. Awesome. So that means his arm's going back this way. There's the sleeve, like this, like that. There's the inside. Now I'm going to draw some creases and folds. Okay, and here we're going to do this too. We're going to kind of make a little patch because again, it's garbage, you know, it's made out of extra stuff. So we're going to acknowledge that it's got some wear and tear, you know. I've got it going over his leg here, so let's draw both sides so you see what's going on here. So this one's just hanging down, and it's going to be back behind this leg, and this one is pulled over, again, back behind this leg. And so I'm going to go ahead and draw some fur. But I also have like a robe type thing hanging down. So, ooh, let's do this too. I'm coming up with all kinds of crazy ideas. I want to give him like some string, like a whole bunch of garbage, but not too much. I don't want to draw a whole bunch of little tiny little pieces of paper and stuff like that. But I want to give him like almost like a necklace of string. So we'll say this one's in front. I'm going to say this one is too. And everything else is going to be back behind it. So we'll do one like this coming up, curl back in, and we're going to draw underneath it like that. Same thing, I'm going to draw another one like this, going to come through, coming back up, draw the other side, like that. We'll say there's one coming down like this. Something like that. Another one going across. Again, it's just like little string he has hanging down, and we'll color it like a very vibrant, festive color. You know, maybe we'll do like a nice bright blue or bright red or something. You know, and it's just to break up the inside of his robe. Okay, so let's also draw some stress lines there because this is all stretched out, and then. All right, so let's draw. Okay, let me close this off actually, so you see where we are. So I'm going to draw this down like this. All right, there's the edge. So let's draw this arm over here, and this one's going out holding a fork. So I'm going to draw the shoulder down to the crook of the arm. Then I'm going to draw the cotton like we did there. Just a little wispy. What's the word I'm looking for? Cuff, little wispy cuff. Like that. And then I can draw the back side here and go down to his elbow, coming up to his sleeve. And so now we can say that we can draw the robe hanging down like that. And I'm going to draw extra crease lines. We did that there, so let's do one here. Let's do a patch just off someplace, you know? Something like that. And then we'll do like a little bit of dirt, a little bit of schmutz, a little bit of wear and tear, you know? All right, so now I'm gonna draw his hand. Oh, you know what? No, I need to finish up this foot because the fork goes behind the toe just a little bit. So we need to define the front parts and then we can do the back. So I've got him in kind of like a little dress. So I'm going to go ahead and give him like a fancy king buckle. Like this. Where that came from, I don't know. But he's got one. Where he's got a big fancy king belt, don't know. But that is holding up his little like robe type gown thing, because you know how I like my creases and folds. And we're gonna hang that in front. All right, so now let me add some, and he's sitting down basically, but the robe is laying in front of his stomach. Alright, so something like that, and then we're going to draw his feet out. So, now that we have that defined, I can define his knee coming in like this down to his foot. Same thing over here. It's kind of coming in, and then we're going to draw his feet out. So I'm going to draw one little and his little nubby, spiky. Is it a toenail or is that just a claw? You know what I mean? I don't know much about rats. I know they got fingers, but what I'm saying, is that a toenail or is that an actual claw, you know? Alright, so do the same thing over here. I'm going to say this one's coming out this way. Oh, let me draw the actual toe, right? There we go. Oh, and you know, before I forget, I want to do this real quick. I want to draw the edges of his robe. So, sorry, there we go. Maybe too many lines. Maybe don't do that one. All right. So this is hanging down like this. So this one is going behind the fork. This one is in front of the tail. So I'm going to go ahead and do like this. Like it's flowing down, coming down this way, flowing out like that. We're going to say there's one side of it like this, coming back in, and then we could say that it's flowing up. Okay, does that make sense? Do you see it now? That tail is hanging off, this edge is hanging off like this. Speaking of tails, let's go ahead and draw it. So I'm going to say it's coming right back around like this. Super high, going to come back down. Thicken it up as I go. Like that. Awesome. Alright, so I think that side... Woo! I dropped my Sharpie. Hang on. Okay. Got it. I think this side might be done. Okay. I want to draw lines in the tail, but I think color should really take care of that. So, let's move on to... the other side, and by that we got to draw the fork. So, oh, you know what? Here, let's do this before I forget. I want to do just like I did there, a couple of little fur lines, just to give them some texture. All right, so let's draw this hand holding the fork. So this one's coming up like this. I'm gonna draw the little thumb like that. There's his fur. Okay, let me close that off. Or connect it, I guess, not really closing it off. Okay, so he's holding the fork. I'm going to draw one little finger like this, a little tiny finger like that, another one like this, and that's holding the fork. So, I'm going to draw the fork and add like little extra wires and stuff like that. So, I'm going to say the fork is coming down this way. I want to draw it into his hand, like that. So now these sides got to continue. Now I'm just eyeballing it, you know? Alright, so it's going to go back behind the toe like that. I'm going to try to bring this one down too and try to do it parallel and come out like this, like that one did. If I don't, it's no big deal. If I do, awesome. There we go. Like that. So see, that's all that work was just so I could get the behind that toe to make it look like things are in front of each other. That kind of stuff. Before I forget, I'm going to go ahead and do, before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and do the robe, because I always forget little stuff like that. So, I'm going to say this one's flowing down like this, come down this way, like that. Like this. Again, I just do that because I always forget. I always forget one little thing of what's behind. So I just wanted to do it right now while I remembered. All right. Okay, so I'm going to draw the fork and break it off a little bit. So I'm going to come up this way and do this. I've already sketched it out, but it seemed to move a little bit, so I'm gonna readjust that. So I'm going to draw one edge that way, another one like that. These I'm going to go ahead and come down, make into the actual prongs of the fork. And these I'm going to break. So let's see, I want one like this, broken, and another one broken even more, or higher, I guess, just to you know, make it used, right? Perfect, perfect. Now technically that should be going more to a point than that, but it does the job of making it look like a broken fork, you know? Okay, so let's also, you know, like I said, let's festoon it with diamonds and rubies. And how funny would it be if there was something like this, that a rat that actually has diamonds and things like that because he found them in the street, you know, and he's got real gems, but you know, they were discarded, so to speak. So, you know, he's got him in his fork. And I'm just gonna kind of draw some like wire and stuff like that, just kind of wrapped around the fork, because, you know, he's a filthy rat. I'm just kidding. He's not a filthy rat. He's a rat king that's got just stuff from, you know, the sewers, some from the streets, just kind of wrapped around his fork. So that's why I'm just kind of adding extra garbage, wire, whatever you want to call this. All right, cool. I like that. I say we take care of the rest with color, and that is the Rat King for Sunday Fun Day. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.